What is going on, you guys? Stupid video for you today. So today we're going to be doing a hobby talk video. But first I want to start the video off by giving a channel shout out to the channel Rob over at the Commenting Collector. Now Rob, man, he's had this coming for a long time, a shout out. Promised him a shout out, I don't know, probably over a year ago, but I always like to push the newer channels when I do these shout outs. And Rob, I finally made time to squeeze you in there. And a little bit about Rob. He lives in the Minnesota area. I believe it's the Minneapolis metropolitan area, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. He's a fellow Cubbies fan, like many of us in YouTube. He also is I know he's a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, and I believe a Vikings fan as well. So Skull fan. On his channel, he shares a little bit about everything, from all sports and all directions, including non-sports as well. He's got like a lot of unopened items and sports packs that he likes to share on. And he's a big Star Wars fan too, which, as you can see in my background, I'm a pretty big avid Star Wars fan. So yeah, please go check out Rob over at the Commenting Collector. I'll link to his channel in my description. A little bit, I don't know, let's do just a little bit of news stuff first for stuff that I like to follow. So my Chicago Cubs in baseball finally clinched a playoff spot. Man, I'm not sold on them yet. I think it's good they made the playoffs, and I always say in all sports, the playoffs, once you hit the playoffs, the normal season just doesn't matter. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what the Cubbies do this postseason. Should be interesting. Now let's go on to a little bit of football news. My New England Patriots, we're in the start of the kickoff of the NFL season. They're 1-1. I don't know. I'm not convinced that they're a bad team, but I'm also not convinced that they're going to be a good team. Right now, I kind of have a feeling that they might be like a 500 style team. Again, a big question mark on them. I don't know. We'll see what happens as, the season develops. And let's go into some quick college football. My Nebraska Cornhuskers, they are currently 3-0, and man, they're just crushing low-end competition. They had the Cincinnati Bearcats, Houston Christian University, which is dang near like almost like a high school type team, and they played the Akron Zips, who I don't think they're ever like really good, but they have produced some NFL talent like Charlie Fry, and I want to say Jason Taylor possibly came from Akron University, but not much else past that. I'm recording this on a Saturday morning, so they got the Michigan Wolverines coming up. We'll see what happens with that game as well. I think this is going to be a good test for Nebraska, and honestly, both teams. I don't think Michigan's exactly living up to the old Michigan standards. We'll see what happens with my Cornhuskers, but is it just going to be another year of mediocrity, or are they going to finally take that next step forward and be competitors? I don't know. Again, we'll see what happens. Let's see. So the actual hobby part I want to talk about is Mike over at Mr. Octobers and More. He put out a really good video. I want to say it was his last video. It's been so, I always say I'm going to keep making content on a weekly basis, and then now here we are 3 weeks later since my last video. But yeah, I watched a video of his, and he shared. It's kind of interesting here. This, to me, I like this topic because he put out a video sharing. Oh, I'll just get into it. He shared these cards here. This is from the 1993 Upper Deck set. This is the Home Run Heroes. This is the Larry Walker. I'm just going to share one of them. But he shared the whole set, and the junk wax era is kind of an interesting topic to me because it's not a forgotten era in general, but I think it is a forgotten era within collectors. For you guys that don't really know, the junk wax era is considered the late kind of late 1980s into the early mid 1990s. And I don't know, from what I see on YouTube, which is just a small portion of collectors, people don't really share it, and if they collect it, they're not sharing it. So yeah, it's kind of that gray area where vintage collectors don't want to collect it because it's too modern, but modern guys don't want to collect it because to them it's not very interesting. So it just kind of leaves collectors like me who actually enjoy looking at these cards and sharing them in our videos. I don't know, it's just kind of interesting here. But yeah, he put out a fantastic video sharing that collection. Great images on the Home Run Heroes cards, and a lot of great images in the 90s as well that nobody really talks about or brings up in YouTube, at least. So yeah, just thought I'd share that. Let's go on to sharing some cards here. Here we got the 1958 Topps Sonny Jurgensen rookie card. And Jurgensen's currently alive at 91 years old, and he played 18 seasons in the NFL between the Redskins and Eagles, and he was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame in 1983. So there is his rookie card. Next, we'll move on to Henry Ellard. Here is the 1985 Topps rookie card of Ellard, and he played college football in Fresno State, California, and he was a 3-time Pro Bowler, and he had 65 touchdowns throughout his career. Very good receiver. I remember when, quick story on that, I remember when I came home from school one day, and this was his last year of playing. I believe it was like 1995 or 1996, and my dad heard on the news that the Patriots signed Irving Fryar, which as a Nebraska fan and a Patriots fan, I was like, oh great, they brought back Irving Fryar for a year, and it ended up being Henry Ellard. But that was a nice little ad for the Patriots for 1 year. Back then we didn't have phones to instantly look, and he mistaken Ellard for Fryar. It's kind of fun. But yeah, let's go on to some more football. This is the 2002 Topps rookie card of Jeremy Shockey. Now, for me personally, Jeremy Shockey, man, he was just an incredible tight end, and he's a 4-time Pro Bowler. This is a really neat one here. This is the Gridiron Tributes, I believe, 2004 Fleer Tradition. So yeah, that's a nice little image of Shockey, kind of known as being a little bit of a bad boy, and Kellen Winslow Jr. said Shockey taught him some bad habits on and off the field. So I don't know, that's just what Winslow Jr. said. Here's the 2008 Topps Matt Forte. I was always a big this is his rookie card. I was always a big Forte fan, back in the day. It's a nice looking image of him. And here we go, I'm going to angle it here. I'm getting a little bit of a glare. This is the 2015 Matt Forte Topps Valor. Neat looking card. Let's get in some basketball. So here we got the 1979 Pete Maravich Topps card. I believe this is his last year of playing days card, but overall just a nice looking image of Maravich. One of the greats to play the game. And we'll see on the Utah Jazz here. Here's the 1991 Fleer Pro Image, Karl Malone. Always like these animated type cards. And we'll go with this one here. So these were the real deal back in the day. The 1994 Topps Finest Malone. I like that brick wall in the background. Just really cool looking card to me. Hall of Fame basketball player. I'll get a little modern going on here. Here we got the 2023 Panini Select Blue Prism of Tyrese Halliburton. Indiana Pacers made the NBA Finals this last year. Here we got a little bit of hockey. Here's the 1971-1972 Phil Esposito Boston Bruins legend. Really nice looking card of Esposito. And here's some Patrick Waugh. The 1990 Bowman Just absolutely love this image. I don't know, the photo of him just kind of singled out in the crowd in the background on the ice rink. I don't know, really nice looking card with that helmet up. And we'll end it with the 1995-1996 Skybach Emotion card of Waugh. So yeah, please go check out Rob over at the Commenting Collector. A link to his channel in my description. Appreciate it, guys. Take care and stay safe.